Thomas. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now it's Lynch. Over the middle this time to Fowler. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, Lynch. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge.
He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 69 yards. Detroit! And quickly, they get to the line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
No, check. Check. Here we go.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, as the play call comes in on 3rd down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. 3rd down and 3. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second down, goal to go from the 6. So they'll try again with Anderson. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. C.J. Anderson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Oh, but I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
1st down, this is Rawls. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. 3rd down. Here's Rawls. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. 4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. 10th carry now for Anderson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. On 3rd down, Lynch. Got a man. He finds Sanders. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the red zone now, here's Lynch on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lynch. That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lynch. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Here we go. Lynch on 4th down. Finding time. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a